So let's start our assignment 8, which is about shell scripting and editing and running. So we will actually create a basic shell script, learn how to edit it, and rerun with our changes. So let's go to step 1. Step 1 is creating a simple shell script. So in order to create a simple shell script, we should open our terminal and create a new shell script file. So we know that in order to create something new, we use touch command. So we just go to our terminal, touch myscript.h. So h actually is extension is for our shell script. So it is kind of extension like PDF or others, but a hash is for like shells. So we created new file, new shell script file. So we should make our script executable because usually it's just read and write only. So we should execute, we should mode, which basically means changing the mode. We should change the permissions to make it X, which stands for extension execution. So we should write change mode plus myscript.h. So here we change the permissions, it's executable now, and in order to edit the script file using text editor, we can write nano myscript.h. So let's write nano myscript.h. So we are here and we can write our text to here. Let's write. So it is bin bash. This is a simple shell script to automate basic tasks. Let's say. So step one is creating a new directory, a new direct, new directory. So in order to create new directory, we will use mxdir, and actually in the, for example, let's go to our files. Here it's used tilde sign, but I would prefer using the home because it's much more easier and it's more understandable because I tried with this tilde sign and it didn't work because sometimes the path we showing is not understandable. That's why it's better to use with home, so it will be more understandable for us and for others also, for computer also. Backup folder, and we have step 3, step 2, which is about copying files to the new directory. And in order to do that, we will write here sd. Again, we should actually write home my new folder, let's write home backup folder. That is basically it. So step 2 is done. Let's go to step 3. Step 3 is about displaying disk usage. This display disk usage of the backup file folder. So in order to display, we use do-h, and as usual, we will not use tilde sign, we will use home. So it will be, we will not get kind of errors. So the path we showing is much more clearer. It's home directory, not just tilde and where it goes unknown. That's why it's better to use this. And so step 3 is, and we should back up folder. And we have step 4. Step 4 is about listing files, list files in the backup folder. In the backup folder. So do-h, in order to list files, we should write lcl command, lcl home. So, and last but not least, equal, it's what will be right if everything is correct. Backup, backup complete. That's right. So in order to rewrote it, so in order to save it, we will just type Control and X and yes and enter. So we can see it's our file is actually edited. In order to do that, to check, we should go to next step, which is running our shell script. The script that we just write it. So we should execute this uh, command. Let's go and type. So it is my script dot hash. Let's run it. So here we have totally 20 files. So all of them are read, write, read, write, read. And here we can see all of them. And we have equal message saying that our backup is completed. So we can actually manually check. For example, we can go to our file and we can see our script here. This is our script, and we can see our backup folder. In backup folders, out of nowhere, we have the files that was located in our new folder. So it is kind of duplicated. So it is kind of now it is duplicated in our backup folder. So it's working. Let's go to next step, which is rerunning it. So we should add it in again. So we should reopen our shell script. Let's open it. In order to re-edit, we again type nano myscript.h, and we can edit it like this. Uh, Okay, so we can easily delete it. Let's delete manually. So first is we should not change. Second is this is a modified. So this is modified our script um, to automate tasks with variables. Let's go to next step. Let's write equal start starting the backup progress process. Okay. So next is the source folder. We should type source folder is equals to again in the our instructions it shows tilde sign, but we will not use tilde sign because we've seen previously I tried and it was showing error, so it's better to write dollar sign and home, so it will be much more clearer the path we are directing. So that's why we will use this one. So my new folder, and okay, source, and same thing we should do for a backup folder. So backup folder is equals to, so we will write again use home directory, home and backup folder. We will close it. So here next is creating backup directory. So let's create. In order to create, we will use mclear as usual. So mclear and backup folder. Okay, we created, and we should now copy files. In order to do that, we will use sp copy files, sp, and we should use source folder, our source folder, and um, we have backup folder also. Source folder and backup folder, and that's all. It's we can actually here and folder. So we copied files, and next one is showing the disk usage. So it's also important. We just write do age as usual and backup one. And we did it, and we should list files. It's very simple. LCL backup folder. So it's list files. So we should do just backup folder, and last line is a message is backup 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 complete from source folder to backup folder. So this is pretty much. We just save it. It's Control X and yes and enter. So let's go to our assignment. Um, so we save it, and we should again run the modified script. In order to run it, this command we should write. So let's write that command. Dot my script. So here we also have total 20 files. So all of them we see in them, and I think we wrote a little bit incorrect. Let's change our script manually to see what we wrote, because I think there is some mistake, spelling mistake. I think we did a little bit. Let's open it. So here in the line, yes, we didn't close our file, so that's the problem. We didn't close it. That's okay. So let's just save it. We save it. Okay. And now we can try again because we didn't close our file. So it's very simple. My script dot hash. So here we see that the backup complete from VBox, my new folder, to backup folder. We see that it is disk usage. We know that a lot of files are empty, and even the files I use is not much because there is a couple words in there, maybe like maximum kind of 200 words. That's why we see very small files. It's kind of 300, 400 kilobytes. That's why as this usage, everything is working. We can even manually check. Let's go and check manually. So it's our script and it's our backup folder. So here is the same as our my new folder. So it is working perfectly fine. Okay, let's close it. So it's working, everything's working. So it's working with the new messages. Yes, it's working. And reflection is questions we have. So first question is, how does editing and rerunning shell script help in troubleshooting and improving automation tasks? Actually, it's very clear that kind of it can help in many ways. So I think one of the ways it helps with, especially with, for example, troubleshooting, is that, for example, if something is not working, we can easily edit it, the script, and fix it without kind of starting over, starting it over from zero. For example, we see in this case, in our case, I just made small mistake. I forgot to put this sign, and it didn't work um, properly. So I just manually check it, and I just put this sign, and without writing it over, I just put the word. So I think it's more clear that it's easier to do, easier to check, easier to edit it. So it will be much more efficient to us just to edit rather than writing from zero. And of course, it's as I said, it's easier to debug this kind of messages, and we can change like files, and we can see even the problem, where is our problem is going. In this case, we can see that we didn't put and that sign. It was showing that. And one of the and another thing can be that rerunning and editing shell script can help in troubleshooting, because we can actually try very small changes in our script every single time, and we can actually improve it by a lot. So we can see that if the like kind of problem, our issue is solved, that we find a solution by changing it very, let's say, slowly but surely. Like, and uh, about how it helps with automation tasks, um, actually, it's as I said, we can make it with editing and rerunning. We can make it much more faster, our script, and it will be automation task will be much more efficient. It will work faster and it will be much more efficient to us. And if, for example, if automation tasks, if they need this kind of requirements to change, we can easily change them, the script, in order to change this kind of new, let's say, requirements from other people. So it's also very important for automation tasks also. So next question is, what are some advantages of using variables in shell scripts to manage file paths? And I think one of the advantages of using variables for file paths is that if our file path changes, we only need to change it one place, the one variable, let's say, not everywhere in the script. So I think it's very clear, it's very um, easy to follow up. So we don't have to change in all the places. If one, uh, just one path we change, and we need to change it in one place, and that's all. We don't have to change it again, again, and again. And of course, actually this kind of variable, like let's call it meaningful variable names, actually makes it easier the script to understand. So the person who doesn't know anything about, like let's call it IT, about technology, they can even read it and try to understand something. They can understand something. It's not kind of like binary codes that we see and we don't understand. We can actually see it and understand this kind of things. So I think the variables actually help with that.